Greetings from Southside Park in Chicago. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the New York Yankees. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And on the mound in this one, Carlos Rodon. How about a scouting report on him?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
And a big swing and a miss. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Freddie Freeman at the plate now as he chases after that one. Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
That one misses. 1-2 to count. Liner snagged at first. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Two down, nobody on. Off the mark there. Ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Southside Park. And towing the slab here, Shohei Ohtani. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport singing.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult for his opponents.
Bottom of the first. Down the third baseman, DJ LeMahieu. Wouldn't chase that time. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. Hard hit, left field, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Aaron Judge at the plate. crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A gigantic blast. And the Yankees have the lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
And now it's Juan Soto. Check swing. He held up. And that is ball one. And another ball. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first.
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. That misses the zone. Ball three.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Giancarlo Stanton, the next to hit, takes ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count even 1-1. That one missed.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Pitch misses, and that's ball three. Fastball for a strike.
Okay.
Outside, and that is ball four.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. The hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Stanton round second, heads for third. The throw in, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they lead by 3.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
One down. And up next for New York, Gleyber Torres. And there's the strike. Ohtani, he's kind of interesting. You know, when you dig into the tendencies, he does a good job of limiting the hits, but the walks continue to be a problem. Righty to the plate. On the inside corner for a strike. Is it fair to say that a guy that sometimes will struggle with walks, that's the type of guy that is going to be inconsistent because the command isn't there?
Yeah, and you'll see that a lot with guys younger in their careers, that, you know, figuring out the command, figuring out the control, and understanding, you know, the difference between control and command. Control, I can throw strikes. Command says I can throw it where I want to in the strike zone.
Here's Alex Verdugo. Right through there for a strike. Max Scherzer's a good example of that. A guy in Detroit, it took him a while to figure out how to control, how to command, and now he throws it where he wants to pretty much all the time. Next pitch is outside. Late on that fastball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. We go on to inning number 2. Yankees 3, and the Dodgers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns. A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And 1 gone.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
James Outman stands in now and watches strike 1. Outman goes 6 feet 3 inches, 215 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Swinging a foul straight back. In the dirt. Now 1-2. Good eye right there.
It's a good take.
1 down, base is empty. And down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
And a pitch. Yankees up by 3 here at the top of the 2nd. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And Hernandez is out. And that is that. Now at Southside Park, bottom of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. Ohtani back to work. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. This one popped up, foul ground, first base side. Smith makes the grab, 1 away.
Batting 9th, the catcher, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 1 out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside. And 1-1. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
And that's a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And a pitch. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Hernandez makes the grab, 2 down.
Up next to the Yankees, the third baseman, DJ.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's DJ LeMahieu, 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And a strike there to LeMahieu.
This strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
2 down, nobody on.
1-1.
Way outside, and now it's even 1-1. Out to short, bats up with it. And the Yanks go quietly. Yanks held in check, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back here at Southside Park. New inning getting started. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Chris Taylor. And there's a ball. Taylor, a middle infielder by trade, played his college baseball at the University of Virginia. That's inside. The wide to kick the pitch. And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That one not close. And that's ball 3. Rodon ready. Here comes. Got him swinging.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Throw on to Rizzo. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
The second baseman, Gavin Lux.
And now it's Gavin Lux. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge really on his horse for this one. Makes the grab on the run. And that is that. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Yankees 3 and the Dodgers nothing. And we're back. Here's a big power threat. Aaron Judge. And a pitch.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Kicks and fires.
One
In
ball,
the dirt,
one strike.
and it's a ball and a strike. And strike 2.
Oh, that's that slurve right there.
One ball,
He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And he deals. Wouldn't chase that time. And the right-hander deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Just missed.
1-0.
One down, base is empty. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In there at the knees. That is strike 2. The pitch. That one almost got him. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. At the belt and fires. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Stanton in now. Takes ball one off the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is down low. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 outs. And a foul ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. It doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. So 2 down. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. Way inside, and that hit him.
Well, in the box, he's seen that movie before. It wasn't a good movie either. He knew how it was going to end right from the beginning.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's Gleyber Torres. His first at bat was a strikeout. Ball 1 there. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, and that is that. Yanks strand a pair, but they lead at 3-0. On to the 4th. Mookie Betts will get us started. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. The shortstop takes the ball.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Next pitch is outside. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
In the air, out towards right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
The batter, the catcher, Will.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Will Smith. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And a foul ball. The Dodgers still looking for their first hit in this one. Way upstairs, and it's 1-1. And he swings through that one.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the lefty. And another ball. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Hard hit, right side. Gets it to first. They get the out on Muncy. And that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. Yankees 3 and the Dodgers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Alex Verdugo.
Boquita de corazón, me tienes enamorado, ay boquita de corazón. Boquita de corazón, me tienes enamorado, ay boquita de corazón. Ando muy ilusionado, ando muy apasionado.
Here the right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Here's a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Three-two. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout. Bringing the cheese on that one.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 strike.
Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Lux throws to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Yanks held in check, but they lead it 3-0. Back now at Southside Park. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Rodon back to work. Up and in, 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. The pitch.
That's out the corner.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Good hitters count, the 2-0.
Yes.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Outman on at first, nobody out. And that's outside. 3-1.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
That one fouled off. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Chris Taylor now. And a foul ball. In the air, left field. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
The right fielder, number 8, Kike Hernandez.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And there's the strike.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you do.
In the air, out towards left center. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's now a 2-run game.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Lux measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. Rodon fires. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. 2 outs. Now fly ball to right center. Soto gets under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. A run, a hit, and a man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Yankees 3 and the Dodgers 1. head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit.
Third baseman.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Here comes a pitch. This one high in the air to left center. Outman on the move to the alley. Nabs it. One up, one down.
The center fielder, number 99.
Aaron Judge at the dish now. He homered earlier in this one, singing, which isn't much of a surprise.
No, not at all, Boog. This is the same guy who homered in his first at bat in the majors and did it again the next day. He's just unreal.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. New arm out of the bullpen, Brusdar Graterol. He's into the game with the bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
One down, base is empty. Bounce to third. Muncy. Judge out on the play.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Juan Soto now. And that one got a piece of him.
Well, the bright side is that will help the on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Stanton up for the third time and takes ball one. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-1. Soto off of first with two away. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. The pitch. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got
couldn't catch up to the heater. One left for the Yankees as the lead remains 3-1. Top of the sixth inning. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Mookie Betts. The wind and the pitch. On the ground to third. LeMahieu gets it to first. And Betts is gone.
The first baseman, number 5,
Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Swing and a foul straight back. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the sixth. On a line, base hit. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat, and I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Foul ball there. Rodon sets and deals. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
He was all over that one. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Golden opportunity right here. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fastball almost got him there. Rodon maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
That misses, and that's ball 3. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Second and third here. 1 away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a hammer 12-6 curveball right there, Boo. That was exactly what he wanted to do with it. Not a ton of pitchers can throw a true 12-6 break, but he does, and you can't throw it any better than he did right there.
And now the center fielder, James Outman, 1 for 2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Judge getting an angle on it. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. Yankees 3 and the Dodgers 1. Bottom of the 6th, and here's the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
And the pitch. Out to short, bats up with it. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting second baseman, Gleyber.
Here's Gleyber Torres. And that's outside, ball 1. And that's in for a strike. And a pitch. Strike on the inside corner. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. And here it comes. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Righty to the plate. On the ground to first, and foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Puts it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And next for New York, Alex Verdugo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
enamorado. Ay, boquita de corazón.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And ball one.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. Down in order go the Yankees, but they still lead it 3-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tommy Kahnle.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Outside low. And that's ball one.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
And a pitch. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Action in the pen down there. Caleb Ferguson getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Loaisiga getting loose as well. And a pitch. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here comes Chris Taylor. Pitch misses. 1-0. One down, base is empty.
Nope,
Pitch misses there, and that's ball two. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Slider right there. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Here's Kike Hernandez.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Pulls that one foul. Here's your 1. And strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the seventh. The batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
On the mound now, Alex Vesia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The pitch. That clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
Kicks and deals. Down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Ooh, he missed a mistake right there.
The 0-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's one down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. And the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Just missed.
1-1.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Line drive. They got it for out number two.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That one is absolutely belted. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball, let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a two-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. LeMahieu on at second with two down. That one missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Kicks and fires. And that's too high.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Runner at second, two down. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Sets him down on strikes. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike three. So a two-out double, but they don't score. Eighth inning coming up. Yankees 3 and the Dodgers 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Caleb Ferguson
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So digging in, Gavin Lux. The pitch. And a foul ball left side. Ferguson, a 6'3" lefty, 27 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Left-hand hitter waits. Fly ball to right. Sizing this one up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So the batting order turns over. Mookie Betts digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now Freddie Freeman, 1 for 3. Freeman hits it in the air. Judge has it sized up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Fought off foul. Tying run at the plate. And there's a ball. And that one fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Now a screamer into the outfield. And it goes just foul.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Wells down to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. So the Dodgers lead 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Here at Southside Park, on to the bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Juan Soto.
Well, he's always a threat, even if this.
Joe Kelly will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ando bonito y aprende el foco. No me hable de calle que ustedes no lo conozco. Frenamos a la fori porque me voy a poner loco. Le damos para el circuito cuando se tiren los monos al pare. Hoy andamos rulito, no sale. Sube la bocina, mi panita y no le pare. Esa mala anda ruling y ella quiere involucrarme. Mira, pare. Súbele panita y no le pare. Pare, panita y no le pare. Dime con quién se la están buscando.
And a pitch. Off the plate inside. Ball 1. And the slider just misses.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
And the right-hander deals. That misses off the outside edge. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that clips the inside corner. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Smith gathers, throws, and there's two gone following the strikeout. And here is Anthony Rizzo.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
That catches the corner. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Two outs. Not even close there. Now 1-2. Next offering is outside. Out towards right center field. Outman on his way over. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Clay Holmes.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Max Muncy at the dish. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Eric Richards, a guy who was originally a first-round pick of the Angels out of the University of Oklahoma. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, Volpe throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 33, James Outman.
He's 2 outs away. And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. And that one fouled off. Holmes, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a slurve, and he works in a 4-seamer. To the right side, Rizzo. He'll do it himself. And a couple of quick outs.
Now a couple of pitches and a quick out.
Teoscar Hernandez.
So they're down to their final out. And now, Teoscar Hernandez. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That one not close, and it's 2-1. They're down to their final strike. One strike away. Got him. And that'll do it.
3-1 ball game. Quick game. We were looking for a little bit more. It seemed at points the offenses were going to break out, but a total of 4 runs combined. Really good pitching and defense on both sides. Just a couple of key swings making all the difference.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Bye.